And today is training number 268. Topic title for today, social media magnet. If you guys want to be a social media magnet, put a 111 inside the chat or the comments if you're on social media right now, because what I'm getting ready to talk to you about is huge. I've enrolled over 3,000 personals. That's right. In my career network marketing, over 3,000 personal enrollments. And I can tell you, the majority of all those enrollments have been through social media and attracting people to me. And so instead of chasing after people like I used to do, friends, family, coworkers, stuff like that, I believe that you can get to the point where you don't even have to reach out to people anymore. And that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. So today is gonna be a massive, massive training on literally how to attract like a magnet more people to you through your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube, your Facebook, your Snapchat, whatever it is that you're using for the platform. I've used the different ones, and I can tell you, I've got some things I'm going to share with you guys today. So let's go ahead and get right into this. I am going to do a share screen. And again, welcome as always to our call. Again, this is about becoming a social media magnet. Well, first of all, one of the directions I like to give to people is you got to go and clean up your social media, okay? Cleanse your current content. Now, that doesn't mean every one of you need to do that, but sometimes whether it's photos, videos, posts, and stuff like that, you kind of need to delete stuff. And for some of you, maybe even need to start a separate account that's new, that's clean, that you can put the proper type of stuff on there, because I'm going to be honest with you, like attracts like, right? And so some of the stuff that you're posting, you're not getting people who are serious about business. You're not getting people who are serious about trading, because you're spending a lot of time talking about politics and religion and government and all this kind of stuff, and the wars and problems and stuff like that. You're not going to have people reach out and say, hey, can I sign up with you? A picture of you walking your dog, right? So cleanse your current content. That's an important thing. Remove questionable pictures. And I'm going to leave it at that. You know what pictures and or videos are questionable that are currently on your social media. I would say remove those. I've had to do it myself too. If I saw certain ones, it's like, I don't know if that one is appropriate. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So that's part of that cleansing process. Remove negative people, toxic people, people that are bringing you down, people that are constantly posting negative stuff on their social media. Guys, you don't want to be associated with these people. Sometimes they're even family members, right? But every year I'm thinking of cleansing and removing negative people from my life as well as off my social media. I do not want to see them in my feed because they can affect your energy. Get rid of those people. It's a cleansing process. Remember, they call it spring cleaning for a reason. No politics. If you want to do politics, set up a separate account for that, okay? When you're talking about building this business and becoming a six-figure earner, seven-figure earner, and so forth, if you're going on, you're talking about politics, you're giving opinions, you're saying my religion is better, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat, whatever it is, you're talking about controversial content. Now, I will say this, there is no question that putting up controversial content gets likes and comments and engagement. There's no question about that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Do you know that one single post, video, picture, or text can get somebody to leave and never join the business with you? So be very careful and become aware of the type of stuff that you are posting on your social media, okay? I try very hard to not talk about stuff with the government, politics, and I even try and stay away as much as I can from religion. If I talk about God, I talk about God in general, a creator, instead of going into all the details and debating with people back and forth and Bible bashing and all that kind of stuff, okay? Now, once you cleanse, then you want to focus on either building or rebuilding. First impression is key. It's kind of like when I met my wife, when I saw her, when I smelled, because she actually gave me a hug the first time that we met, which I was kind of surprised because I went to shake her hand, she gave me a hug. But that first impression was powerful to me, how she smelled, how she looked, the way she acted, her positive attitude. When people come to your social media, the first 5 seconds, when they look at your billboard, that impression makes a difference on if they're going to stay or if they're going to go. So remember, people, they say, don't judge a book by its cover. everybody does. Almost everybody judges a book by its cover. So you want to make sure that when people come to your social media, they're impressed with what they see. I know when people come to my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, my YouTube, they know, hey, look, this guy, he's a good guy, right? He's putting out good content. He's a family guy. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a spiritual leader. So I know that when people come to mine after all these years, that they have to probably think, hey, I like this stuff, right? So you're attracting those kind of people that are either a lot like you or they want to be like you. So again, that first impression is important. So you do want to make sure that it's attractive, okay? A clean cover photo. Now I'm mainly talking more so on the Facebook side, a clean cover photo, profile picture, very important to have something sharp, because again, when they first see that, it's got to be a sharp photo that will get people to want to add you as a friend or follow you or whatever, okay? And a good bio is something very, very simple but powerful as a bio. Now, this is another thing that a lot of people forget about, is you want to be posting at prime times of the day. Now, my stories, I post all throughout the day, but on my wall, I do try and think about some of the better times of the day to post. Now, this is not the call to go through those details. If you want to look at the best times to post on Instagram, Facebook, and all the rest, go on to Google, do a search, and it'll actually give you some free information, but do it consistently. To me, the consistency is more important than the time of the day, okay? That's why I'm posting at different times of the day, and I'm doing it consistently 6 to 7 days a week. And consider the behaviors of your following as well. The type of stuff that you're posting, is this the kind of stuff that they're going to be attracted to? You got to be thinking about that. Now, on this section on being creative and consistent, this is where I say that content comes from a million different angles. There's a lot of different kinds of content. So you don't want to be overthinking this. People think they got to have the perfect post and stuff like that. That's not true. You don't copy and paste, meaning you're stealing other people's content, which, by the way, I get that a lot, okay? You don't copy and paste, but you innovate and create. So you get ideas from other people. Let me give you some examples of ideas I get. I get ideas from Ed Milet, Gary Vaynerchuk, Eric Thomas, Alex Morton. So these are some of the top people that I like to look at and gain ideas and become an innovator and a creator and make it authentic to myself for who I really am, okay? Because there's a lot of content out there, but you just gather some ideas from those top influencers and you can kind of mirror that same type of thing, and yet at the same time, keep it authentic to yourself, and you don't just have to steal their posts, okay? Now, let personal development, music, and brainstorming become your source for consistent content. Let me give you an example. This morning, I was listening to some audios from Motiversity on YouTube. They're one I subscribe to that I like their stuff. Ideas pop up in my head as I listen to what they say, and then I put it into my own words. I don't want to just steal all their quotes. I put things into my own words. So when I'm listening to personal development or I'm reading a book, I might share something, quote who the person was, or put it into my own words. And so this is important because you want to get to the point where when you're seeing the Alex Morton, the Ed Milet, all the personal development stuff like that, that now instead of you having to constantly create all this stuff and coming up with new topics and new stuff all the time, and you feel like that you've kind of run out of ideas, right? Think of all the amount of podcasts that are out there, right? That becomes my source of content and ideas, okay? So that you never run out of things to talk about, okay? Very important. Try to incorporate pictures. We live in a society today, especially with the different platforms of TikTok and Snapchat and Facebook, Instagram, is there are certain things where people like the text, but the reality is this, and I saw this on the airplane the other day, people are scrolling very fast to their feed. They're going very fast, and they're stopping on things that are pictures, things that are videos, and they're moving very quickly. You want to post more pictures or photo quote type of thing and less text. That's my personal opinion. I've done a much better job of that the last number of years, as I try and use pictures and videos way more than just text, okay? Now, here's another thing I want to talk about, and I know that you guys probably would agree with this, and that would be less hype, more value. And I'm going to say that again, less hype and more value. We got too much hype on social media. This is the greatest thing ever. Never seen anything like this. I believe that the more value that you post on your social media, the more attractive that you become, and the more people that you attract people to you. People are not into hype. You will be exposed very quickly. And that's the bottom line. You will be exposed very quickly if you keep doing stuff that's hypey. Okay? You underpromise, you overdeliver. Don't tell people you're doing 5% a day trading when you're not. Don't show people a trading account that's a demo account and then you're pretending it's live, because they come in and they can't even do 1% a day after 6 months. You're going to be exposed. Underpromise and overdeliver. This is one thing that I try very hard to do. Be authentic. Guys, people want you to be genuine. They want you to be authentic to the person you are. People want real. They don't want BS. They don't want hype. People want the real, okay? Don't be afraid to show your passion. I really believe that passion is the juice, and a lot of people follow passionate, enthusiastic, driven people. You want proof? Listen to Alex Hormozy. Listen to Alex Morton. Listen to Ed Milet. Listen to Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins. Guys, do you hear the passion in their voice? Eric Thomas, Gary Vaynerchuk, even Grant Cardone. There is passion and enthusiasm and energy and life in their voice, even with the way I'm talking to you right now. Like, let me go back and repeat this. Hey guys, don't be afraid to show your passion. Be a passionate person. Okay, that's a lot different than me saying, hey, don't be afraid to show your passion, right? People like to follow passionate, enthusiastic, energetic people. That's the truth. And I'm not talking about hype. I'm talking about people that have life in them. They have energy. There is a reason why so many people are attracted to an Ed Milet of the world. It's not just because of his content, because his content is really good, but guess what? A lot of people share the same stuff as he does, but his passion, his energy, his life is what? It is contagious. So don't be afraid to show your passion about what you believe in what you're doing, okay? All right, give value. And when I say give value, be genuine about it. What does value mean? Look it up on Google. What does value mean? And then you take that and you use that for yourself, and you be thinking about that all the time. I'm always thinking, like, if you go to my stories, right? Is Brandon Boyd continually giving value for free? The answer is yes. Go to my YouTube channel. Look at the amount of morning motivation videos I have, network marketing trainings. I put out constant YouTube shorts. I don't charge a dime for anything. All of my coaching, all of my teaching, all of my mentoring, it is all free. I give value. I do it genuinely. Why? Because I care about people. That's why I do it. And there's a benefit. At the end of the day, I still end up making money. But the reason why I do it is because I want to make a difference and I want to make an impact. Okay? All right. Don't be a shark, be a fisherman. There's too many sharks out there. There's not enough fishermen. And we talk about this on Master the Skill on Go Live, is that we want to teach you how to fish. We want to teach you how to basically reel people in. You're reeling people in. How do you do that? You do it through value. You do it through some comedy. You do it through some education, right? You're giving stuff that is enhancing people's lives for the better, okay? All right, now you build a following. We talk about this all the time. How do you build a following? How do you get credibility when you don't feel you have it yet? It's kind of like extending credit to someone that doesn't. They say, hey, you can buy this house or rent this place or get this car, but you don't have credit yet, right? How do you build a following? We want to talk about that. Well, if you're using Facebook, we talk about adding 5 to 10 new people per day. Now, that is a little bit more of something of the past that I've taught for a lot of years. But here's the key to what I'm saying in regards to Facebook, is that you're wanting to make new connections. So just put it that way. You, on a daily basis, you're wanting to make new connections with people on the different platforms. On Instagram, as you're starting out, you're trying to build this following. I know what I did in the beginning. I followed 20 to 30 new people a day. Now, if they didn't follow me back, eventually I unfollowed them, because my reasoning for doing it in the beginning was I was trying to connect with new people, which means that you'll eventually have new people to work with. Okay. But I did that. I would reach out. Hey, what do you do for a living? It's good to meet you. Just basic stuff like that. Right. And the goal is this, is you want to target like-minded individuals. And a lot of these like-minded individuals who are entrepreneurs, these are real estate agents. These are commission-based thinkers. They're not just on a salary. These are finance-based thinkers. These are business owners. These are fitness enthusiasts. These are experienced networkers. These are people that are not afraid, my friends, to take risk. Those are like-minded people. But if you have someone who's in a job, a safe, secure job, and they like their insurance benefits and stuff like that, that may not be the right person, because they think that trading is risky, network marketing is risky. And so you're going to waste a lot of time going after those kinds of people. And guess what? You can find out real quick by looking at somebody's profile if they are into entrepreneurship. So those are the kinds of people that I want to have, that I either follow or they follow me, is those like-minded people, because it'll be easier to talk to them who are already open-minded to this industry if they have that type of mindset. Okay. All right. Make your intention not to recruit. This was a mistake I did in the beginning. When I first got started, my intention was to recruit and get that bonus check. So I'm guilty as charged. I didn't even really care about establishing a relationship in the beginning. I wanted to make that sale. Because I used to be in sales, I was in phone sales years ago, it was all about making the next sale. And the mistake I made is that I went to recruit and to get those bonuses. Today, my intention is to build a following, right? Build a following and give value. I hope that more people follow me on Instagram. Now, it doesn't affect my self-esteem. If I don't get all the likes and the comments that I would like, that's okay. I know that my social media will become more and more powerful as I continue to give more value, to make a difference, and to have impact. Okay. Now, the right people who like your style, the way you talk, the way you present yourself, they will always attract their way to your leadership and style. I'm going to tell you right now, my leadership style is different than a Matt Rosa, a Jason Brown, an Alex Morton. I lead different. My life is different. I have kids. I have a wife. And so the things that I talk about and how I lead my team is different. And so guess what? You're going to attract those kind of people. Like, I attract more people that are around my age and people that have families and stuff like that. They like the way that I lead. And I hope that I lead with character, integrity, and honesty, and that I'm a man of my word, right? So I start to attract those kind of people to me, and I have no problem with that, because again, those like-minded individuals. Now, the fortune is in the follow-up. This is where a lot of people, they fall through because they don't follow up. They make a contact, but then they don't follow up and they don't follow through. When people engage, reach out and build relationships. Okay. Reach out and build relationships. Ask them how things are going. How's work going? How are things with the kids and stuff like that? You want to engage with people. Now, you don't have to spend a lot of time. You don't just have to get right to the point, but it's important to engage with people, because remember the saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that is certainly a true statement based upon my experience. Now, we've said this for years. It still works today. Form. So where are you from? What's their occupation? What they like to do for recreation? And then motivation, right? These are things that you can use almost like a script. And I still do it to this day. Hey, where are you from? What do you do for work, right? What do you do for work? What are things that you like to do and stuff like that? What motivates you? So that works. Send voice notes. For several years now, a lot of the responses I give, unless I'm on like a webinar, I actually send voice messages. You know why? Because then they know it's a real person and they can actually hear the energy in your voice. It sounds real. It sounds authentic. You have a much greater chance of somebody responding if you send a message by voice. there's conviction, there's passion, right? So those are powerful. I try and do that as much as I can. Let your content do the following up. When you post really powerful content on your stories and your wall, guess what? Those people, the people that are following you, they're going to see that. They're going to reach back out to you. I promise I'll never have to reach out to anyone ever again. If I did something different and all of a sudden I was selling protein shakes, I would not need to reach out to anybody because my content has been seen so much and I'm posting all the time that those people would reach out for me. It does the follow-up for me. Hey, tell me more about that protein shake, right? And so the content of what you're posting each day on a consistent basis is important because it is touching them. Why? Because they see it on their feed, okay? Now, think long-term. This is a long-term plan. You're wanting to make money long-term, not short-term, right? And then you scale up as you go. So Facebook Lives, engagement, Instagram Lives, all that. When I first started on Facebook Live, I was not good. Same with Instagram Live. I didn't even know how the thing worked. But this creates really good and powerful engagement. Instagram stories. I try and post on my Instagram stories several times throughout the day when ideas come to my mind, when thoughts come, is I type them up and I put them on my stories. You'll actually see that a lot more people now are looking at stories than they actually do the wall itself. Graphics. Work with someone who can get you some good graphics if you can't do it all yourself, right? Fan pages. Some people have fan pages. Some people do ads like Michael Martin. Some people have enough money to be able to actually put in ads to get those cold contact customers to pull to you. And then groups. I have 2 different groups on Facebook that I established that have nearly 100,000 people. And guess what? I started with nobody. I built those groups up over time, but those are powerful ways, again, to bring people into a funnel where they can see content of information that you have created, testimonials and all that kind of stuff, where people want more information, okay? Now, guys, if you want access to these notes on PowerPoint and PDF, just go to my Instagram right now, Brandon Boyd Official. I only have 1 account, and request today's recording and PDF. I'm going to give it to every single person that has watched today's training. I really believe that as you guys continue to plug into these calls, whether you're right now on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or YouTube, that these trainings will help you to become more successful individuals inside of this powerful and incredible industry. So with that, guys, I will see you next Tuesday. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll talk soon.